I don't know why anybody expected anything less than the continuation of the destruction of our environment if Joe Biden were to get elected. He was just part of a Democratic administration for 8 years that did absolutely nothing to address the climate crisis. In fact, under the Obama administration, the U.S. produced more oil than at any time in our history. So the idea that just because he's a Democrat and he says the word climate change, that therefore he's going to be good on the issue or half decent, I mean, I don't get that. You can try to say he's marginally slightly better than Trump on the issue and have a whole debate about that, like I did with David Pakman one time I was on his show. But the point I've been making is that is fucking irrelevant when both of them would lead us to climate apocalypse. That's where we're heading under a Joe Biden administration, just as if it was under the Trump administration. It's been clear that he's going to fuck us over when it comes to environmental policies the entire campaign. Before the campaign started, I remember he signed this bullshit pledge, oh, we're not going to take any fossil fuels money. What did he do? I think it was either his very first event or one of them where he said, fuck the pledge. And then he went to this giant fundraiser held at the house or of some fossil fuels lobbyist. So right there, that kind of shows you who Joe Biden is. Then repeatedly on the campaign trail, he keeps saying, I will not ban fracking. One of the most destructive environmental policies that poisons people's drinking water as well as destroying the climate. Joe Biden, throughout the campaign, was running around the country telling everybody, I will not ban fracking. One of his co-chairs for his presidential campaign was a lobbyist for the fossil fuel industry. And now he's hiring that other co-chair, Cedric Richmond, to be in a top spot in his White House. And Cedric Richmond, he's a congressman, and in this election cycle, because he ran for a re-election in 2020, his top contributor to his campaign was the oil and gas industry, and he accepts more money from the oil and gas industry than almost anybody else in Congress. I remember I was told that it was the adult thing to do to suck it up and vote out a climate change denier and replace him with somebody who says the words climate change but also has the policies of a climate change denier. That was, I'm hearing that's what the grown-up thing to do was. So I'm going to get into this a little bit more. I have some more details about Cedric Richmond that will not make you feel any better, but you guys already know the deal. There are very few people in left new media who have kept it real with you about what to expect from Joe Biden and the Biden administration. And so if you want to support more voices like this, I have the link to my Patreon in the About page of my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to do a one-time contribution, I have a link to PayPal, also in the About page of my YouTube channel. And I'm also doing this partnership with this company called Mask Up, where I have this special link, which is, you guessed it, in the About page of my YouTube channel. And if you click the link and go to the website and make a purchase, I get a 20% commission. They sell reusable cloth masks at about $17. So you make a purchase, I get 20% commission, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Now, back to this story. After this news went public, Jordan Ewell on Twitter put together this tweet where he screenshot some different articles about Cedric Richmond and his record on the environment. So a little background information that Jordan Ewell provided. Richmond's district has some of the worst air pollution in the entire country. And he won't even mention it. He won't even bring up the issue. He's not doing anything to fix it. His constituents are being poisoned, getting cancer, and he's not going to do anything. He won't even say anything about it because he's getting paid by the industry that is poisoning them. and polluting the environment. This is a quote from one of the articles. Quote, analysis of Richmond's news releases show he has not mentioned air pollution in his district at any point during his tenure. An examination of congressional records suggests he has not spoken about the issue in Congress. Again, people are being poisoned in the district that he's getting paid six figures, keeps getting elected to represent. He's been in Congress since 2011, and he has never once said the words air pollution in a news release. He's never even brought it up on the floor of Congress in almost 10 years. I mean, that is outrageous. And it's not because he doesn't see the issue. It's not because people aren't bringing it up to it. It's not because he doesn't know about it. It is nefarious. He's doing it because he's getting paid by the people poisoning his constituents to not talk about it. So guess what he's going to do? Not talk about it. And this is the guy that Joe Biden picks to be in a top White House position. This pick, along with all the amounts of money that Joe Biden has taken from the fossil fuel industry, the people who he has on his transition team, the people who ran his campaign, all these things tell you the direction that Joe Biden is going to go in terms of environmental policy. And like I said, it is to let the industry destroy the planet unabated. So Joe Biden is a dangerous man. And people didn't want to have this conversation during the election. And it was all anybody could ever bring up. The only words it could bring up is, but Trump bad. But Trump bad. Joe Biden is extremely dangerous, and he has the added fact, because he will do the same shit that Donald Trump would do. Maybe not as brazen, but it gets back to the insidious nature of the Democratic Party. With Donald Trump, how many times did you see viral clips and videos of him saying stupid shit about climate change? Oh, it's not real. It's a Chinese hoax. And it's snowing in I don't know, Nebraska, so it can't be too bad, right? Climate change can't be too bad. It's snowing in New York City. How can there be global warming if it's snowing in New York City? So Trump says stupid shit like that. The media runs with it. It's all over social media. And he's a mockery. And everybody thinks, hey, it's really dangerous that this guy is the most powerful person in the world and has the most influence over environmental policy, and he doesn't believe in climate change. We all knew what we were getting with Donald Trump. But when, like I said, the insidious nature of the Democrats, Joe Biden, he'll come out and he'll pay lip service. Oh, climate change is an existential threat. We have to do something about the climate crisis. And he'll, like I said, pay lip service. But what does he do? What is his actual policies? Just as dangerous as Donald Trump. He'll hire lobbyists from the same industry to craft his policy. And since people, like I said, when it comes to the Democrats, they aren't as critical. And the nice face and the smiling mask and lip service to the issue is enough to make people shut their mind off. But what's really happening is the same disastrous policies, but the difference is there isn't as much of an opposition. How many people are going to see that Joe Biden hired Cedric Richmond to be one of his top aides in the White House? How many people are going to see that? But I bet you'd see a clip of Donald Trump saying climate change is a Chinese hoax. And this is what I'm saying. Joe Biden is extremely dangerous. When it comes to the environment, I mean, people keep talking about, we need to listen to the scientists and we're running out of time and all that stuff. Joe Biden says those things too. But what are they doing about it? They're going to make it worse. There is not a doubt in my mind Joe Biden's going to come in and make the climate crisis worse. Pollution will get worse. And people, it looks like they're already shutting their minds off and they're already going to just tune out and be like, the good guys won, the Democrats won, so there's nothing to see here. We don't need to be critical. We don't need to be involved in politics. We don't need to be sound the alarms that a corrupt lunatic politician is driving us towards climate apocalypse. We don't have to worry about that because it's a Democrat. And of course, the Democrats, they're good on the issue of climate change, right? So this is what you get. I was told that it was the adult thing to replace a climate change denier with somebody like Joe Biden who says the words climate change, but also has the same policies of a climate change denier. I was told that was the grown-up thing for everybody to do.